Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be an energy update, a weekly check-in, however it lands in your life. When you see this reading pop up, you'll know why you click play. So just trust that. I do have the Light Seers Tarot. It's going to be the main deck that we'll use. I have Doreen Virtues, Romance Angels. I'm going to set these off to the side. These are oracle cards. I've got Marchetti Tarot, and that's going to be your clarification deck. We'll set that off to the side. Cancer, I am going to start shuffling up these cards and just letting you know this is that weekly check-in energy update. Like I said, we just had that powerful full moon in Leo. How did that affect you? I'd love to hear about that. I know that you're ruled by the moon. So I would love to know how, that moon affected you in the sign of Leo. Cancer, that full moon, it was also called a snow moon. Full moons are a perfect time to let things go that no longer serve you. Full moons are illuminating situations, people, places, things in our life that it's time for us to move on from. They can bring out the truth of a situation. The full moon can highlight something in your life that needed to be highlighted. So pay attention. You might be seeing some signs after that full moon of, things in your life that might need to be dealt with. Also, we celebrated on February 1st the Imbolc season, which is the middle, in between point, winter solstice, spring solstice, and we are right in the smack dab middle of both of those seasons. So we're almost towards spring. That's the good news. Let's give you a good reading, Cancer. Tune into your highest self, your intuition, your wisdom, your love, and your light. Why are you here? What brought you here? Something's on your mind. Something's on your heart. There's something going on for you. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. If you want to, that's great, because then it gives me a little bit of a heads up on, whether I was on point or not. This reading is not going to be for every Cancer. This is going to just resonate for some of you, one or two of you. And if this is your reading, I'd love to know that. Cancer, why are you here? What is the situation that's on your heart, on your mind, in your soul? Look at that. The High Priestess. Major Arcana for all the water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. High Priestess is she who knows. This is a badass energy. This is intuition on fleek. This is intuition on point. This is, you don't have to be told anything. You don't have to read a book. You don't have to have somebody inform you of something. You already know. You already know. You know the truth. So when someone thinks that they're going to pull the wool over your eyes or they're going to sneak around and do stuff behind your back, nope. You already know what they're doing. You know what they're up to. You know that they're shady, or you know that they're good. Whatever the situation is that you're here for, Cancer, you already know the truth. You already know. This is confirmation for you. Sometimes I think we doubt ourselves. We don't believe that we know, but you do, okay? Confirmation for you, Cancer. Whatever you think is going on, you know the truth, okay? That's the main point. Let's look for confirmation. What else can we say? What can we corroborate? What is the supporting information for the sign of Cancer? Why are they the High Priestess? The High Priestess is freaking awesome. Man, they have internal knowledge that they have gained basically because they're like a spiritual badass. It's like for water signs to feel the vibes, to read the room, to know who's good and who's not good and who's trustworthy and not trustworthy. That's like a birthright of sorts of a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, we operate, we feel things. That's our power. We feel, we emote. So we sometimes know things and we don't know how we know them. And people will doubt you and question you and tell you that you're being too sensitive or you're reading into it too much, but that's not true. Don't let people gaslight you. I'm speaking because I know. I know I've been here and I have known something, and I've been told I was wrong, and I've been told I was too sensitive, and I've been told I was being suspicious. But at the end of the day, guess what? I was right. So, Cancer, you're my water cousin, and I believe you. Whatever it is you're feeling, whatever it is you know is going on, I'm not trying to encourage you to think the worst of people. That's not what this is. This is an undercurrent that you feel, and let's give you some supporting evidence. The King of Swords, the master of their mental strategy. The King of Swords is fixed air. It's Aquarius. Do you have Aquarius in your chart somewhere? Are you dealing with an Aquarius? You know something about, factually, not just intuitively. This is intuition. This is your psychic abilities, your intuition. But not only do you know it intuitively, you know it mentally. You know it in your cerebral mind. You have facts. This is what the deal is. You've got facts. Like, look at this guy. Does he look like he doesn't have facts? He is like a badass. This is masculine energy. High Priestess is very feminine, and you can be a male getting this reading, but that's feminine energy. This is masculine. This is active, taking action. The King of Swords sits there with this truth about them that they have facts and figures. They know, they've saw your phone bill. They know who you're texting. This King of Swords, they looked at your bank account. They know what you've been spending money on. You might not know that they know, but they know. The King of Swords knows stuff, and they don't operate with their emotions. They take their emotions out of the equation because they don't want to show up in their emotions. They want to show up and say, on February 1st at 8:22 p.m., I know that you texted so and so, and I know that the next day you went out and you spent money at Applebee's. Do you know what I mean? It's like a private investigator. It's like an attorney. It's like an accountant. They don't just tell you something. They've got backup proof. King of Swords, that sword in their hand, they don't walk into the room with it drawn up. That sword is offensive and defensive, but they keep it down at their side. The only time that they're going to draw their sword, their truth, is when they need to. So if they walk in the room and they say, listen, I know that this has been going on behind my back, and then that person tries to deny it, the King of Swords will then take their sword and wield that and say, this is my truth, and I know because I have A, B, and C proof. Temperance. Okay, this came out in Virgo's reading in this exact same place. So if you have Virgo in your chart, maybe go check out their reading. But the Temperance is here to say, Cancer, you know in your intuition and you know in your mind, but I want you to, and this is the universe telling you this. This is also Archangel Michael telling you this. And Archangel Michael is the clearer of obstacles. He wields his sword to cut through shit that doesn't belong in your life, but that also reminding you to be temperate, be moderate, be balanced. Come at things with your head and your heart balanced. You know the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. When we talk about like holistic medicine, we talk about body, mind, and spirit. Balance those energies, okay? You're not just intuitive, you're not just smart, but you're all of those things wrapped into one. So be balanced. Come at the situation in a balanced way. Maybe, you're coming at it with your head, you're coming at it with your soul, and then you've got to put some heart in there. This is interesting because I would like to see some cups. Let's see what else we get. One more card for the sign of Cancer. Temperance, major arcana for the sign of Sagittarius. Just reminding you, hey, Cancer, slow your roll a bit, all right? You might be right. You might be 1,000,000% right, but slow your roll a bit, okay? Where we need some heart in this equation. We've got our soul. We've got our brain. Where's the heart? Let's get some heart in here. Let's get a cups if we can. Yep, we got 3 of Pentacles. Okay, that's a good balance too, because this says be balanced and be willing to work it out. If it's worth it. If you're discovering somebody in a betrayal of sorts, I would understand if you wouldn't want to work it out. But if you love them and this is a mistake and they admit it and they swear and profess to never do it again, you can be moderate and balanced. There's something, whatever the situation is that you know the truth on, maybe you're waiting for them to tell the truth. You're open to the truth. And if they do, you've got all your facts and figures backing you up. So let's say they tell you the truth. They don't try to lie and scheme around. Then can you be moderate? Can you be balanced? Can you allow somebody to have made a mistake and to forgive them and to move forward? Because the 3 of Pentacles is showing up to say, work together, work it out, build, grow. Something is at the very beginning stages. And if you need to throw it away, okay. But if you don't have to throw it away, if it's worth salvaging, build, grow, work together, figure it out. Cancer, something that you're invested in is worth it. Okay? At the bottom of the deck is the 10 of Wands. This is the end of a burdensome, painful cycle. The 10 of Wands means whatever has been burdening you, and that can be in the way of everybody's been piling on your plate because you're such a sweetheart. But remember, don't take your kindness for weakness. So when everybody's been piling, oh, Cancer, look, it looks like they can handle it. Let's give them all, hey, can you make dinner? Can you do the laundry? Can you pick up my dry cleaning? Can you? And you've said yes, yes, yes. Well, then the 10 of Wands happens and literally your back breaks. You can't do one more thing. If someone gives you one more thing to do, if somebody asks you for one more thing, you're probably going to lose your mind. But the 10 of Wands, it's over. None of that. People are going to stop doing that. And maybe that's because you've decided we need to balance this energy. I'm not going to sit here and be everybody's workhorse. That's ridiculous. Everybody's going to need to put in their fair share and help around here. If we all live here, we all work here. If we all work here, we all participate and help and put in our fair share. That's just the way it's got to go. I just want to affirm you and confirm that your high priestess doesn't need to know something bad. The high priestess can know the ultimate truth for the highest good of all concerned. And that can be because they see the truth and they know, or they know the truth, it can be something shady. So just remember, High Priestess, she who knows, she knows the truth. It can be good or bad. Maybe it's a blend of both. It's temperate, it's balanced. There's a little bit of light and a little bit of dark, and we got to make it work, baby. Let's get the Marchetti Tarot out here. I'm going to shuffle a couple of times, and then we're going to put out some confirmation, clarification. If this is your reading, if you feel drawn to this, if this resonates with you, would you let me know? That's really awesome, and I appreciate it. The Five of Wands. Yikes. And the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Okay, this is the water energy, just like High Priestess. This is your energy, Cancer. Beautiful, and I love when our energy shows up. So the Five of Wands is fiery, pissed off. People got their wands out. It's like a you-know-what measuring contest. And everybody's got something to say. Everybody's got an opinion. It's like the workplace or the family dynamic. Everybody's got a dog in the fight, and they all want to prove that their dog is the best dog. And remember, you're she who knows. Remember, you've got the facts, you've got the figures, nobody's they can argue themselves into a tither, and the truth. So everybody's going to wear themselves out at the end of the day with this Five of Wands bullshit energy, because ultimately you got nothing but love. The Ace of Cups is your cup is full. That's you. That's your heart. You're coming at the situation, whatever it is, work, play, family, whatever. You have a full cup. You've got this self-love like there's no tomorrow, and ain't nobody gonna take you down from that. You're going to love the situation, and you're going to be temperate and balanced and moderate, and you're going to be able to it's like that, be that voice of reason. People are going to see, after they've worn themselves out with all this anger and volatility, once they calm their asses down, they'll realize, oh my God, Cancer was right all along. They told us what was going to happen if we kept down this path and if we kept being this way. They told us. And Cancer is the most loving, nurturing, beautiful energy, and we want more of that. So let's build and grow and work together in harmony and peace. Let's give you an oracle card, Doreen Virtues, Romance Angels. For the sign of Cancer, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Reconciliation. Whether you want to be reconciled with or not, just keep in mind that we are heading towards Mercury retrograde. And when Mercury goes backwards, a lot of times people from our past come forward. So be aware, keep that in mind. Reconciliation doesn't need to have your approval. You can always say no and close the door, but just know that someone from your past could be appearing. Cancer, this is your reading, and it was a pleasure. Thank you very much for your attention, for your time, for your energy. I ask that you would be blessed and be well. And if you wouldn't mind leaving a comment for me to let me know how this reading did land for you. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. And if you wouldn't mind giving a like, follow, subscribe, or share, that's how my channel will grow. So again, be blessed and be well.